What if your brain suddenly stopped? Not your body, but you. Your thoughts, your memories, the names of those you love, all fading away. This is what happened to neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor, a woman who studied the human brain at Harvard, only to find herself one day inside a brain that was shutting down. But she didn't die. She witnessed something extraordinary. She watched her sense of self dissolve and a new awareness being born. It was the morning of December 10th, 1996, an ordinary day, until Jill felt a strange pain behind her left eye. It wasn't a normal headache. It felt like a silent explosion inside her head. She tried to raise her arm, but it wouldn't move. She tried to speak, but words poured out of her mouth without meaning. In that moment, she understood what was happening. Jill was watching her own brain shut down, not as a patient, but as a scientist who knew exactly what was going on. She felt as if her mind was leaving her, as if a part of her was fading away, leaving behind a strange, profound silence, yet somehow beautiful. When the left hemisphere of her brain, the part responsible for language, logic, and analysis, shut down, Jill began to feel a strange detachment from herself. She no longer knew her name, her address, or even the meaning of the numbers on the phone she tried to use to call for help. But she says she felt something else instead. Peace. That silence wasn't death. It was life without noise. She looked around and saw beauty in everything. The walls, the light, the air, all glowing softly, as if they were part of one living entity. She said, "My inner voice, the one that never stops talking, disappeared. For the first time, I experienced existence without thought, without fear, without boundaries." From a scientific point of view, Jill was experiencing a massive stroke in the left hemisphere of her brain. The neural connections responsible for logic, language, and identity were collapsing, one by one. Yet, as her analytical mind faded, something extraordinary emerged. As the left brain shut down, the voice that said, "I am Jill," disappeared. Her sense of identity dissolved, like mist in sunlight. For the first time, she existed, without words, without boundaries, without fear. Then came the silence, but it wasn't emptiness. It was awareness itself. She could feel the life force connecting everything around her. The walls, the air, the light. Everything shimmered with unity. From the edge of death, Jill realized something profound. We are not our thoughts. The mind can stop, but consciousness remains, limitless, timeless, one with everything. After 8 years of therapy, Jill regained her ability to walk, to speak, to live again. But she was not the same. She now saw the brain as a universe, half logic and half life. The left brain, the realm of logic, words, and analysis. The right brain, the space of silence, intuition, and art. For the first time, Jill could feel both at once. She imagined a life where we don't choose between logic and love, but unite them, where thought and awareness dance together in harmony. Jill said, "We are not prisoners of our brain. We choose which part to activate. Anger is a circuit. Peace is another. Awareness is the switch." Her message became clear. To live fully is to live with a whole brain, to think consciously, to love fearlessly, and to see with both halves of our mind. From the death and rebirth of her mind, Jill learned 3 great lessons. First, conscious action. Every moment is a choice. When a negative thought arises, we can refuse to activate it. The brain replays only the circuit we choose. Second, nutrition and sleep. The brain is a living organism. Sleep is not just rest, it's deep cleaning for the neurons. Third, environment. The sounds, the images, the people around us, all shape our brain chemistry. Choose who feeds your mind, as carefully as you choose what you eat. Every action we take today shapes a new tomorrow in our brains. We are not victims of the past, but engineers of our own neural future. Jill's story reminds us, awareness is power. When we wake up to how our mind works, we don't just live, we create life itself. After 8 years of recovery, Jill returned to the stage. She spoke to the world about her journey, about what it means to lose your mind to discover your consciousness. She no longer saw the brain as a machine of thought, but as a gateway to the soul. She said, each of us carries 4 characters within: the thinker, the creator, the child, and the lover. Happiness is not silencing one of them, but letting them work together. Jill Bolte Taylor's story is not just about a stroke. It's about every one of us. When the mind becomes a cage, and we forget that we are more than our thoughts. Each day, you have a choice: to wake up with a crowded mind or a clear awareness, to listen to the noise of the world or the voice deep within. Your brain is not a prison, it's your key to freedom. And freedom begins when you realize that I is just a thought, and beyond it lies your true self.
Choose which part of your brain you live with today, and you'll know who you become tomorrow.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and share it with someone who might need to hear this message.